Nice. We get the burn pan upgrade, yeah. Alright, it's getting pretty large now, and it's coming out almost, like, constantly. Like, this thing has a lot of active frames now. We should just be able to, like, shish kebab all the enemies now. Ooh, with that firing speed upgrade, look at the pan, it's basically always active now. Stab. Kill. Turn your windshield wiper off! Let's get the gun too, you know what? Nah, we'll upgrade the top level. We already used the gun once, so... So I think upgrading a weapon, like, upgrades all of the attributes, but just for that weapon, whereas the generic upgrades are for all your weapons. Like, firing speed, it upgrades firing speed of every weapon, but if I upgrade the weapon, it also upgrades the weapon's firing speed. Like, it's a movement speed. Fast. Bro, stop flipping the pancakes, they're gonna burn pancakes for dinner today. My dad made some pancakes. Let's go more. I need to be faster. I'm a speed runner after all. We will upgrade them. Take the optional account. Okay, starting to layer up. Alright, here we go. Now we're working. It's time to dual-wield frying pans, Twitch chat. Dual-wielding frying pans soon. We just need like one more upgrade. We'll get T-Max. I like being bulky. I'm still like, my HP is still not particularly amazing here, so. Frying scissors, yeah, we're looking like the Ark of the Cosmos now. Alright, new weapons. We'll get the toy knife. We haven't tried that one yet. Oh, I have to discard a weapon in order to pick up a new weapon. Okay, well. I don't really want to discard any of the weapons. Well, straight out the valley shoot, I think. We'll bring in the knife. The knife can, like, double up with the... See, the knife always attacks on the top side of the soul. Oh, whoa, it's fast as shit. Heal, I am low on health. I'm very low on health. This again. Let's not be fucking fast as froggets. Woo! Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm not gonna make a game. I got overwhelmed. They were just too fast. There's so many. I'm committed to that. I'm committed. Your windshield wiper needed to be more of a lightsaber, that's true. God, it's so small, it's so fun, like, going from, like, the big-ass upgraded weapons to the tiny little thing. look how small it is! My little flying pan. It really does move like a windshield wiper, that's so funny. Dude, what is that one Whibson doing? Look at him go! He's bouncing around like a psycho!
Water should be around here.
Look at him, he's still going in there! Ah, he finally got free! It's like those ball simulations. I love watching those. Alright. Wave clear. We're going all in on the pick, baby. Oh, yeah. I see you trying to create the chat, man. That's funny.
How have I not encountered grass eaters yet?
Oh. Oh. Just make the new command like UT rogue or something like that. Attack size. Yes. I don't know if I need more power. One-shotting everything. Yeah, great power. Oh my, dude, he swims in! That's crazy. Alright, can I handle the red layer as Burnt Pan? Can the windshield wiper handle stronger monsters? Look, this is fucking good. We would need CT for this, because I think the movement speed will be nice for this. Oh my god, look how many of them there are! This took so much damage. I get full heal after, which is nice. I'm losing so many of them. Okay, go windshield wiper, it's all you. You got the windshield wiper, clean them up. Yeah. We'll get the Tor notebook as a supplement because I'm miserable and I keep getting clipped by like random enemies. Alright, the windshield wiper is in business, boys. Oh god. I think the enemies have also upgraded themselves. They're a little faster now. Now the windshield wiper will destroy them all. Go, windshield wiper. Clean them off. Clean these bugs off of my windshield. Surely we survived 2 encounters in a row, right? Don't worry about it, we'll be fine. This is some quick rockets! Look at them, they're so fast! They're so fast! They want me booty! The frogs want my butt! To the back of the line there, frogs. A lot of people want that. Firing speed. Oh yeah, now we're dual wielding. I think a stick is probably my best bet on these. Alright, here we go. This is where boys become men. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! I'm so dead. It's hard, boys. It's difficult. No. Defeat the burnt head. Defeat the burnt head. I must. I am the burnt head man.
Last one.
Investing in defense early? Well, see, I could have got defense on some of those up right there, but my HP was already low, so it was like, is it really going to do me much good? Unless you can upgrade defense to the point where you're taking 1 damage per attack, like Senator Armstrong or something, and all the froggins are just piling on you, and I'm just like, you can't hurt me, Jack.
Very easy, no?
Shan, OCD, you can't live with windshield being dirty. I actually, like, dirty windshields bother me. Like, I car wash quite a lot, and, smears on the windshield genuinely, like, bothers the shit out of me. More! Okay. Yeah. Upgrade the burnt pan. Got all that chest. I think my issue is I'm not taking
that's it.
these. Those are usually weapon upgrades, and those are helpful. Does this game have a pacifist route? How the heck would you do a pacifist route? What, if you just, like, stall out encounters without killing anything? Kinda defeats the point of the game, don't you think? You mute love blaster. Oh, no, you're not killing the enemies, you're just pacifying them. With
I can walk back easily enough.
love-shaped bullets. A lot, as you can probably tell. We'll take the mystery. You know what? I haven't done a question mark yet. We'll take the mystery. We'll take the mystery box. We'll trade. I could take the boat, or I could take the mystery box. And what's in the mystery box? It could be anything. It could even be a boat. Chased out Family Guy hosting, but the joke is hilarious. Come on, that's a vintage, early season Family Guy. I probably need to upgrade my power because my notebook isn't exactly doing much to dissuade the frogs.
Yikes.
That's good, I like escaping. No! No, come back! Don't run away! No. Oh shit, it's a red skull! I mean, okay, we'll take that. I think that's optimal as long as I survive. That is gonna mean I'm gonna have to do 2 back-to-back. Frogs, bro. Here, we'll get the CT so I'm a little faster here. So I can escape the frog in death. I know I should upgrade my defense more, but when I see the yellow text, I'm like, yes, I fire faster, damage go brr. Need more. Yeah, we'll get the knife here. Actually, top level covers my.
And then I wasn't using the thingy for Buccaneers and Alchemists.
This is a tough choice. We'll take
They might actually end up once Overhaul is completely complete. The only the only 2 classes that still do this stupid thing.
Here for moral support, I guess.
Maybe they should be overhauled too.
We'll get firing range.
Yes.
And power. That's alright, we've got the dual-wielding frying pans. Yes! Look at them go! Finally! It's my ultimate dream in life. I finally get defense. Notebook. Firing speed, we can have 3. We get 3 pens at the same time. The pans being larger is definitely, like, everything being larger is helping keep out unwanted cougars from interfering. I should like upgrade power when I see it because my torn notebook isn't quite killing frogs in 1 hit, and those guys are aggressive.
何を報告するんだい？それじゃ聞かせてくれる？
I see a 3rd one in
とりあ
there.
えず感謝しておくね。
Finally! This is every Undertale speedrunner's dream. 3 pens!
ありね。何か用か。
I'll take the mystery box. It's the Verman. Hello. I'd like to buy some CT, thank you. And we'll get Pan upgrade.
Dang it.
I'm liking that. What do you have to say? The monsters around these folks are normally friendly, but if you go around hurting their friends, you're in for the fight of their life. That is to say, if you're looking to survive, you should try to get stronger without fighting. How do you do that? By spending more money. Money! So, I don't think in the first demo, I don't think enemies level up with progression like they do in this.
なんだよ。いってらっしゃい。
Four! We're hitting quads! Yes! I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Let's see if I can run into some events and get XP.
Perfect.
This will be very dangerous.
Hold on, check this out. Here we go. You can Jack.
この程度。
My hands are just too strong. I hit the Tazgor in the fan game, bro. Alright, chat. For our last run, I will let you guys.
This is an event, but it has fighting
So we're not
involved.
gonna pull Pan. We're only gonna put the ones I haven't done yet. So we did Notebook and Pan. So
じっくり見ていくがよいぞ。
let's put all of them in there. Shoes and glove.
新製品が来
Select your weapon. You also did gun? Well, that wasn't much of a gun run. That was more of a torn notebook run with the gun there for moral support. Chat wants the gun, we will do the gun. Yep, so. I feel like I really just have the best three weapons. No, I'd argue the stick is the second best weapon in this game. From what I remember. It was very, very good. Let's try to plan out the route. We want to get on top, I think, so.
なんぞ何にするのじゃ
Alright, it's shoot time. Alright, so my objective right away.
Intelligence, that's shit.
Because this thing is minuscule. It's a tiny little pea shooter.
装備を
I
変え
think
るの
fine.
か
Damage wise, it's fine. 300 is like really, really good for this early, and here's it a bunch.
何にす
So
る
we're
の
gonna want to
じゃ
invest in attack size and fire grade, which, to be fair, is what every other build likes, but even more so. Don't need to worry about upgrading damage as much.
家事をするの
We
する
need
のじゃ
big bullets. We need to be a big shot, as a friend of mine would say. As my good pal Spampton G. Spampton would say. We need to be a big shot.
Now's your chance to be a big shot.
Alright, sit. We'll take this one, and then we'll take the chest. Alright, our shots are looking large. We'll get... his defense in this scenario, because, yeah. We'll definitely need to supplement ourselves with some weapon that doesn't just hit directly up as well. Like, you know, having the tornado book in reserve is nice, or even like the stick would be good. Just something so I am not just only able to attack directly in front of it. Not being able to attack down is a kind of deadly. Yeah, I don't think
didn't I have another power ring?
Power upgrade, because just the weapon scaling alone is already enough to keep up with the enemies. Since upgrading the weapon upgrades its power as well. Power upgrade, I feel like, is only really needed on like the low power weapons like the notebook. To make them kill stuff. Gun! Alright, now we're talking. Now, fucking talking, boys!
お客さんいらっしゃいませ。
I wonder if there's a way to make it pierce more targets, because it only pierces 3 at the moment, and it dies on its 4th. Excuse me, it only pierces 2 and dies on its 3rd. Shay sounded like a true American. Gun. You know it. Alright. I wanna turn into a bullet hose. I want to turn into the big shot exploit. That's my end goal here, is just to turn into the bullet hose. Just
取引成立じゃん。なんじゃ？今後ともよろしく頼むぞ。お客さん、夕方まででいいの？
Can't sell monster candy. That's okay. We'll grab, like...
決まったら、ここへして。
We'll grab the glove just now.
うん。
Strong. Now, sit at the bottom of the box and watch the spark.
Yes.
Firing rate, more, faster! Fire faster! Fire more! Attack size! Yes! Look how large they are! Okay, so here's the problem. Can't shoot down. So we're gonna have to do some whips here while turning around. We'll grab the stick here. And we'll hop right into another red encounter. Oh my god. Look at it go. I finally have achieved my dream. I have become the big shot exploit from Deltarune. So it needs to be faster to be that. That's when I'm doing it. This is getting pretty close, though. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll get the stick up right here. Is it? Yes! Probably need to get some defense, to be honest with you, because the frogs are fast now. And still only attack up, so a little bit scary. Holy shit, dude, you see how fast that Whimsin was? firing rate is no longer super necessary. We'll focus on like attack size.
もう一眠り
Other things. We'll get the top left here. Either one is back soon. Movement speed. Movement speed will be good. It'll let us cover things more easily. Okay, cool. Sting is awesome. Sting is good. It's keeping me in the game at close range. Also heal here too. Get a little low range.
任せておけ
This is so stupid. Oh my god, I have 1 HP. Holy shit, I didn't notice how low I was. I died! How did I die? No! They were too strong for me.
Jesus Christ.
You got cocky, I guess? Yeah, true. Your shots weren't big enough. Hey, yo.
Good enough.
Bring it. You bring 60, thank God. It's strangely tall. It's crazy, I gotta do that. I just died in the McDonald's bathroom. It smelled really bad. It's strangely talkative.
Previously, we made a video on the Deoxys speed theorem, or how speed is almost everything, as being able to move first is just so incredible. That is still very much the case in most situations, of course, but today we're bringing to light that concept's rare yet highly important opposite. In such cases, speed is still almost everything. You just want your opponent to have more of it than you. These aren't just fringe scenarios either. These are highly significant elements of the game commonly seen in high-level play, which creates situations where it is actually advantageous to move second. And if you want to move second, you're often going to want to make yourself as slow as possible. Thus, you could consider this video slow cinema. Not that there's anything wrong with going first, but sometimes you gotta slow things down. Let's unravel this mystery that upends the traditional notion of going first being better with measured Tarkovskian allure, as we delve into why it's sometimes better to be slower, or why speed isn't everything, otherwise known as the slow bro theorem.
Let's see if I can get an encounter. Maybe one more will help.
We'll start off by mentioning those instances where going second isn't a choice, other than the choice to use the moves, of course, but made mandatory by the design of the moves themselves. Those moves with negative priority. This is a tradition going back as far as the original generation, with counter potentially being one of the biggest moves in the game. The reward for going second can be potentially huge, as you bounce back any physical damage taken for double the amount, which usually amounted to a KO or very close to it. Well, in RBY, it was just normal and fighting moves, but seeing how popular body slams and hyper beams were, this was consistently excellent. Furthermore, in Gens 2 and 3, counter also worked on every type of hit and power, even the special one. Of course, Gen 2 also introduced a special counterpart to counter, which starting in Gen 4 would bounce back all hit powers, which became a universally special attack, in the form of Mirror Code. The specifics of generational counter code mechanics aside, the concept clearly illustrates the potential power of moving second. In this instance,
So Rough Divide does not allow Owen Melly to follow
more
up.
prominent than a Wabba Fit.
Kinda sucks.
Both these moves in conjunction with Shadow Tag and Great Bulk to force KOs on the opponent, making it far too dangerous to be allowed in OU in any generation, and quite a fierce weapon in the 4th generation of Ubers. Wabba Fit's counter code shenanigans were by far the most reliable by virtue of how it prevented the opponent from escaping, leaving them helpless to avoid the effect. With Encore serving the punish attempts and using non-damaging moves, its bulk also meant if you tried to play around counter code by using a physical move when it expected a special attack and vice versa, it could lock you into a move and then bounce back for you. Other Pokemon didn't wield counter code with nearly the consistency of Wobbuffet. They could be offered to fit on movesets, especially since they were difficult to play around if you knew they were coming, making them exceedingly rare as standards. However, they could be incredibly effective as an occasional surprise on certain Pokemon, where they only needed to work once. Your Metagross thought it was safe to Meteor Mash that Blissey? Bam! Counter. Goodbye, Metagross. Heatran thought it had a free Magnastorm into Magnezone, but the Magnezone was Assault Vest and Mirror Coded it into Oblivion. Metal Burst also exists in the counter code vein, but it's not used very much. It's a shame because Metal Burst bounces back both physical and special damage, but it only does it for 1.5 times. It doesn't have the negative priority. Metal Burst list of users is limited, and those users are flawed, hence slow use. But if you ever were to use it, you need to ensure your user was going second. Of course, this isn't difficult, because Metal Bursters are generally very slow, but again, that's actually a good thing. Speaking of negative priority moves, that's our cue to launch into the Pokemon this theorem is named for. The Slow Twins fully embody the concept of out-slowing the opponent, and it's not just because of their names. Teleport in Gen 8 and Chilly Reception in Gen 9, which is also used by Galarian's Slowking, is a switch move with negative priority. What's the idea there, you might wonder? Toy Scarf U-turn Pokemon are very well known. The incredibly fast Dragapult is an amazing user of the move, so generally it's associated with a speedier playstyle. However, a slow switch move has a major advantage. If you go second, the Pokemon you then switch to take any damage. This is incredibly helpful for fearless Pokemon that may pose a major threat, but struggle to hit the field by virtue of their poor bulk. This completely circumvents the issue. Fast switch move users can still help them hit the field, but they have to force the switches to bring them in safely. If they use the switch move against a slower Pokemon staying in, the Pokemon they switch to has to take a hit after all. Thus, slow switch moves are excellent for guaranteeing safe entry. Should the slow switch move user be effective at taking the hit, of course. And the slow twins are some of the best hit takers around, famously staying at incredibly high health with incredible ease through massive bulk and super reliable healing,
Yeah, good
both
enough.
slack off and regenerator, with heavy duty boots protecting them from entry hazards. But what happens when, as is very common, two slow twins face off, and both of them want to teleport or chilly reception? Let's just say teleport as shorthand. Well, the slower one would come out on top of that exchange, because the ones who go first would be forced to show their opponent what they switch to. This allowing the second teleporter to gain initiative through being able to select the switch in to counter what the opponent has switched in. Thus, in this situation, you want to go second. It's a speed tie you actually want to lose. So, what do? You make yourself slower. As slow as possible. In fact, you run a speed lowering nature and drop your speed IV to 0. Of course, seeing as this is common practice, you wind up in that speed tie situation anyway, but hey, it's better than getting outslowed every time. This is the ultimate example of when going slower is better. When you want to be as slow as possible, so you can hope to lose the speed tie when both you and your opponent use a negative priority move. Now, slow pivoting through switch moves was not pioneered through Gen 8 slow twin antics. Indeed, as far back as Gen 3, the concept was useful on bulky Pokemon who enjoyed converting their hit-taking ability into free switches for their teammates, with Baton Pass Celebi as the earliest common instance. Baton Pass Celebi was interesting because most of the time, such sets enjoyed speed investment, but since they weren't the fastest thing around, they could still often go the slow pivot route. And all-out bulky Baton Pass Celebi was sometimes dropped to speed 4 to beat other such Celebi, though not too far, as it wanted to be able to outspeed many Pokemon still, as opposed to the slow twins who weren't outspeeding much of anything at all. At the peak of Choice Band Scizor's popularity in Gen 4 OU, top players would also drop their Scizor speed a little to get the slower U-turn in the popular one-on-one matchup. In Gen 5, Fortress so excelled at leveraging its superb bulk into slow volt switches for its teammates that players wound up dropping its speed as well. But that wasn't the first instance of Fortress wanting to be made as slow as possible. In fact, one can make an argument for a Fortress to be representative of this era, and we would be sympathetic to it. We just felt that the extremity of the ultra-slow speed tie lost negative priority slow twins dynamic was more fitting. Anyway, the most obvious instance of wanting to make Fortress slow is its Stab Gyro Ball, which increases in power the slower its user is relative to the opponent. When Fortress has used Gyro Ball to take on big threats like dragons, this is crucial. However, neither Gyro Ball nor Volt Switch always fit their way into Fortress' hyper-crammed move. You know what does? Rapid Spin. While fast Rapid Spin is of course superb and allows a Pokemon to sacrifice itself for that all-important passive removal more easily, see Starmie. Slow Spin is excellent in its own right, with certain unique advantages that faster Spin can't match, which is why Fortress has been lowering its speed since before Jungle Ball was invented. There are many situations where one player really wants their hazards, and the other really wants the hazards off. In such situations, it's excellent to have a slower spinner. Very easy. Guaranteed that. Excellent. Yeah. your hazard center or eventually fade. All beings are maintained to prevent the hazard by the time that happens, depending on which side you're on. This of course applies to the fog just as it does bracket spin. You got, say, a burned tentacle, and you're going to fade eventually. You want that second spin in the one-on-one against the hazard center. Otherwise, the hazard center will simply spam the hazard, and the rocks will be maintained on the turn your burnt tentacle fades. However, if tentacle goes second, you get the spin off as it fades, allowing you to follow it up without hazards digging into you. On the aforementioned subject of Gyro Ball Fortress, an identical dynamic is at play for those other famous Gyro Ballers, Bronzong and Ferrothorn. They need to be as slow as possible to ensure maximum Gyro Ball power. Interestingly, this is why Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball doesn't actually threaten even the Steel Wing Clefable very much. Clefable just isn't fast enough to be truly threatened by it. In fact, some Clefable have even lowered their own speed to take less damage from Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball. More on slower Clef later. It's also why the occasional uses of Cursed Ferrothorn have resulted in such powerful Gyro Ball. It's not just boosting its attack, but it's also increasing Gyro Ball power through lowering its speed. Funnily enough, it also makes Volcarona somewhat uncomfortable about setting up a Ferrothorn, as the quiver that speed boost actually powers Gyro Ball up. This vain, offensive Bronzong really maximize Gyro Ball power, runs Macho Race to slow itself down to the max, ensuring its smack all but the slowest Pokemon with Gyro Ball's massive max power, 150 base power. Offensive Bronzong also wields a negative priority move of its own, Trick. Many actually are surprised to learn Trick Room is negative priority, as it's not widely mentioned. They assume it was second because the users are so slow, only to be caught off guard when a Trick Room user is actually outsped by 4. Yeah, Trick Room negative priority is that.
This team desperately wants
perhaps the most iconic version of slow
an actual DPS.
I could argue it's sort of an asterisk subject, as it's not really weapon,
or rather a tanker.
It's more so turning low speed into opportunities first. Regardless, Trick Room Bronzong beautifully encapsulates.
I guess something I can do is replace swap Eyask around.
Under Trick Room and hitting as hard as possible with the slowness field stack. These are the most prominent examples of slowness being a unique key to success, but there are many significant miscellaneous applications as well. Before we get to those though, we must quickly mention the uniqueness of GSC phasing. It's pretty simple once you get the gist, but boy is that just strains at first sight, as it is so utterly foreign to every other generation's concept of phasing. Gen 2 is the only generation where the slower phaser wins. The most common example, Steelix uses Curse and Skarmory switches in. Now in any other generation, Skarmory would effortlessly blow Steelix away, but in Gen 2, seeing as Steelix outslows Skarmory by a mile, Skarmory's faster whirlwind will fail, and Steelix will roar it out. This
defense is this team's biggest problem.
Force that Curse for Tyranitar to rest, but if it selects rest while asleep, even if it doesn't use the move, it'll still block a faster roar from going off. Cursing and face moves thus go hand in hand, as also demonstrated by Rhydon, and Skarmory itself is a superb abuser. Now GSC has the option of maxed out EVs across the board, but most of the time you're not going to want to mess with that. One of the few cases of not maxing your EVs out, the most prominent example by far in fact, comes in relation to lowering one's own speed. Roar Raikou users will deliberately not run max speed, plus will underspeed opposing Roar Raikou, and therefore always win the Roar War. And as long as you keep enough speed to outrun the next fast threat, like Gengar, you're not missing out on anything. No longer having a speed type with Starmie is nearly never an issue. The underspeeding opposing Raikou didn't work well. The strategy was less known, but eventually speed lowered Roar Raikou standard. And once again, you would hope you lost the speed tie so that your roar succeeded, while still burning the opponent's roar PP at that. Additionally, in matchups against non-roar Raikou, you didn't always mind being slower, because of the following concept in this area of slower advantages, being able to heal after being hit. Remember how we mentioned Clefable lowering its speed earlier? When it has done so, it wasn't just lower Gyro Ball damage. It's emblematic of a general idea of in a mirror match if you are not in immediate danger. Your opponent is dealing less damage than you're healing up, and you want to be able to heal back up to full. This works across multiple generations, whether DPP, Black and White, or one of the Fairy gens. It's helpful for Fable to be able to shrug off a moment last and get itself back up to full, switching out for optimal functioning comes back in later. Chansey has a similar dynamic and lowers its speed for a time. If it's soft boiling for full health against an enemy Chansey, it goes first, the opposing Chansey will still be able to ding it with a seismic toss, keep it at just under full health. Of course, healing first is great in many situations, You can heal in front of something that would otherwise KO you at a certain range and all. But if you can heal second, it brings major advantages. Plus, in the case of Skarmory against Grelin and Scizor, it actually wants to root second. At first, it would use its flying typing as they barrage it with superpower, making it weak to them. In a similar vein, going second is actually ideal when you're spamming Substitute against something that's going to fade, because that way you get to keep the sub up for the next Pokemon coming in. Let's say you've got a subbed up Toxic Protect Gliscor in Sandstorm against a Latios or Keldeo that's eventually going to succumb to sand. If you are faster, you'd be unable to prevent them from breaking your sub, preventing you from maintaining one as they fainted, leaving you vulnerable to the revenge kill. However, since you're slower, you get to sub them out repeatedly. This is as applicable to something like Gliscor as is to say Ice Body Wall Ring, especially when Pokemon have the ultimate stand to hit and can sub up in the first place. You can really take this sub idea to the extreme with a highly specific but deadly pairing of a Selagberg. Far and away the best example of this strategy is Advanced Heracross. Respectable bulk means it can take many hits, dump down to select rate, and then pick off the opponent, especially since its Mega Horn is now Swarm Booster, leaving it with not just a sub, but also faster speed for the next Pokemon. Of course, this is true from Bronzong-esque, and how it uses its slowness to become fast, in a different way. The slowness is key for this precise yet deceptively common scenario, which winds up landing Heracross a lot of what makes it such an intense threat. Finally, while this is quite fair practice, Analytic does give an impressive boost to a Pokemon attack if it hits second. Most of the time, Analytic is seen on starting. Frailty means it prefers getting the Analytic boost on switches, not when hitting second. There have been cases of Gen 8 OU Magnus will drop Magnavolt for Analytic, some truly basically specs attacks. And that's it! Obviously, this kind of thing is very Pokemon specific. I wanted to demonstrate how there are certain aspects of being slower and moving second that are highly beneficial. Speed kills, yes, but sometimes it's the lack of speed that does so. Think of the legion of players bemoaning their inability to prevent slow people from teleporting into big threats precisely because it's so slow. It also is delightful that there are multiple cases across generations where you actually crave smooth speed ties, from TSC Raikou, modern gen Chili Receptive Galarian Slowking. Let us know if there are any strategies you personally like that revolve around 3 seconds, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, if you like the video and you want to support, I'm sure to subscribe to all so I can And thank you so much to our Platinum tier patrons. Thank you so much to Raven Daytona Ring, Zorosan, Croxon, Stoneface Colin, Nickelton, Ray Ray, Daniel Ismus, Richardson, Alex Sable, Monkey, Skylaria, and Jack G for support of our video. And follow my crew on these social media platforms. And that's all I got. See you next time, everyone.
Previously, Campbell Harper's Feather Duster from his collection. Progression Series Season 2. Good game, buddy.
That is so tough, bro. Oh my god, I want to play so bad. I can't find the goddamn dark. The whole game I have Chaos Sword BLS last turn.
A copy of the BLS that you have, that could be pretty good in this series. Both of them and myself will be 24 booster packs or one box of a 4 booster set. You will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade the deck. However, in each episode, we open another box of the next set that was released in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before we jump at the end of the episode. But this time around, we introducing side sets, a new betting system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code SEMO5. Clicking the TCG Player affiliate link for your shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Snatching. We haven't been here in quite some time because it's only a 1 in 10 chance for us to spin the Snatching on the wheel, but we get to steal a copy of a card from Gage's collection. What that means is that Gage will still have the card, but I just now get a copy in addition to him also having the card. There's a lot of juicy targets here. There's BLS, there is Breaker the Magical Warrior. I think the card that I'm going to be going for, fittingly, because it's the name of the segment, is Snatch Steel. Prog Season 1 Special, back where it belongs in its rightful owner's hands, and hopefully we can Snatch Steel our way to victory in today's episode. It's a big one, Phantom Darkness, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see what we're winning for the episode before Gage tells us all about it. I think the biggest mistake Gage made when he was calculating what card to pick all those episodes ago to add to his collection was picking Snatch Steel, because now I have the opportunity to play with this card as well. And oh boy, both of us having Snatch Steel, not going to be good. But we won last time, and we get to spin the wheel. We get into an explosive episode today. Phantom Darkness, let's get a nice good spin on the wheel here. See what we're going to get. This could potentially be huge, but it's also a lot of dubs considering last episode was the total maximum. And we have an unbanned ticket for the following episode. Let's go, baby. Easy as that. So we're not going to keep that to the beginning of next episode, so you'll have to stay tuned. Let's throw it over to Gage so we can tell you all about today's big set, Phantom Darkness.
I have never been more tilted playing a match of Yu-Gi-Oh! Than last week. I did not see any Dark Monsters compared with all the chaos I had going on. I would have actually had a chance had I seen any. Unfortunately, complaining not going to change anything. I lost. So, at least we got a special set that I get to go invest in. One of the most exciting sets of the GX era. Probably, actually, I would say the most exciting set. Phantom Darkness, released February 3rd, 2008. A set that forever changed the landscape of Yu-Gi-Oh! You just really didn't see cards printed like this until this set here. This set really pushed the boundaries for how good boss monsters can be. Our only big boss monsters that we had to idolize, cards like Female Separate, cards like Blackluster Soldier, Sorcerer, I'm pretty sure they're all banned at this period. So they're just cards like finding replacements for them was us not too much because we're still able to play them. But this is where we start to get some cards that really know their shit. Dark Arm Dragon, obviously, forefront of the set here, sitting right there.
This game is very single target focused.
Push things. I'd love to get my hands on this guy yet again. Had two of them. No, one of them season 1. Love to have another. The secret rares, other than that, though, are still absolutely awesome, man. Dark Refer's crazy. Goblin Zombie is also crazy. Zerato comes up in some certain decks, I'm pretty sure. The super rares don't cut no slack either, man. Cyber Valley is deceptively huge. I'd love to get multiple copies of this card. If we have 3, which we get access to later on when this card gets printed, but if we have 3 out the gate, paired with Machine Duplication, this card's a value house. Armageddonite, super solid card that eventually goes to 1 and remains at 1 until today. And Primaterial Dragon is pretty important solid burn strategies back in the day too. Escape from Dark Dimensions is not a bad super rare as well. Zilch Spirits. ultra rares, man. Coelacanth is worth for it.
Elsa still surprisingly.
Yet, same kind of thing with Darkhold. It's cards that just age tremendously well. Allure of Darkness in that mix as well. Even Metal Reflex. How expensive that is for Metal Reflex side ultra rare. This card is 3,000. That's deceptively huge. Rares, they just come with bangers. 6-hand United. 6-hand rares start to get even more support on here, so this would be nice to pick up. Super Poly, of course, not great at the moment. Later down in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, becomes an absolute staple for side decks. Lone Fire Blossom, ridiculous, and even the commons. Mighty to Beast Darius is the set, and the very next set here, Light of Destruction. Oh, I think I'm reading set in between. But Light of Destruction, the next 4 set, you get Gazeris, which really actually makes I think Gladiator beasts to be playable deck. Might be something we can do with Darius, though. We have to look into. Proving Ground is played in Gladiator strategies, but it's something that, maybe with our reduced count, you might want to look into. So I'd like to get a couple copies of this. Only common should be grab. Excited for this set today. I don't have any reviews. I probably got a little bit too greedy on some reprint packs here, but we'll see what we can get from Phantom Darkness, man. Man, what a cool set. First things first, though, I hate it. Gotta go back to Champion Pack 5. Literally nothing I pulled from 25 last time. I get at least something decent this time around. 3 packs? Bro, that's good. First Seal is also really good. I'll take those 2. For Hammer Shots and a Relic Crow. I think that's 3 Crow now. It's really big, actually. Ultra rare? What a waste of a slot. This card, despite me actually ragging on it, it's not bad. You contribute. It's like one of those cards where it makes a dummy that you contribute for a modern. Sure, I guess that's not terrible. We're hitting an ultra rare. I honestly don't even remember to being an ultra rare in that set. That's crazy. Whatever, 2 Crow, it's on the upside of it. Thank you. 24 packs, one of the most iconic sets in Yu-Gi-Oh's early history. Phantom Darkness, I'm so excited. Give me the goods.
If there's a time to use some redoer tickets, it is probably this set. 24 packs Phantom Darkness coming right up. Our first pack doesn't have anything good, but we still have 23 more, so we're perfectly fine. I think the worst part about Phantom Darkness is that if you're not getting any of the high-end Seeker rares like Dark Arm Dragon, then you're most likely not going to be getting anything because the low end is not that fantastic. I'm already a third of the way through my pulls, and I have not gotten anything worth discussing, and it looks like the trend continues.
The super rare pop back is a good sign. He's Soma the Spirit, definitely. Alright, he's not bad though, like I said, he's just pretty sure this thing is big for no reason. 1800, but you gotta summon him in defense. If he's just like that, not bad. Yeah, really good for those battle walks as well as the bee troopers later on in the game. At the moment, no, he's not special. Lone Fire. Man, that feels good to get this. Last season, I did not receive any copies of Lone Fire in my Phantom Darkness opening, and I would not see any copies of Lone Fire until it's reprinted way later, I think, in Pack 6. I really missed the fun on this card. A lot of playable strategies that we've changed a lot. I was able to have a copy of this. Really happy I have it this time. Can't win them all, bro. Belial, that's not the secret rare I want. I think that might be all my luck for this opening here. Hopefully we can set this, man. That's unfortunate. Super Dark Eruption. Pretty sure this card's not either. Just add back a Dark in the graveyard. That's not awful. It could be worse. It could definitely be worse. Super rare Golden Flying Fish. Exactly the card I really want still. We're a little bit over halfway here. Still no big hitters on the set here. I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh! Don't be dragon! You are so fucked! Let's go, baby! Oh, yes! If our deck wasn't already good enough because of how much powerful Dark Support we have, we got the king of Season 1 on Gage's end, and we are going to wreck him this episode.
Smart earrings.
Yes, we don't have to waste a redoor ticket, Gage. I am so sorry, but not really. Get fucked, my friend. You know what? Okay, we haven't gotten anything besides Darkarm Dragon, which I can't complain about that, but this is our first holo since then, and this is actually a pretty good one. Material Dragon is a fantastic card that really just gets overshadowed by the Monarchs generally. I'm really happy to pick this up. This is definitely a playable card.
Well, yeah, alright, whatever. It is what it is. Still no big hitters, man. You're really disappointing over Dark Dragon last packs here. I hope Alex has it. Stupid fish, bro! No! Anything big? He's saving grace? Oh. Why do I get this thing? I don't. That's gotta be great. That's gotta be great. What? Rainbow Evil? Are you kidding? That's smart. So great. I don't know what I'm gonna change. Hey, anything?
The Secret Dark Arm wasn't enough. We pulled Ghost Rare, Rainbow Neos. I guess if we ever play, what is it? If we ever want to just play Rainbow Neos Turbo later on, like, we have a Rainbow Neos now, which is pretty sick. Randomly of note, I pulled 3 copies of Azteca Peak of Warrior. This could be relevant for later on when we get to, the Beat Trooper archetype, like, you know, 10 years from now, with Progression Series Season 2 still going. This card is actually quite good at that deck. We don't have, like, the Demise stuff going on, but that's actually not a bad card to pick. Alright, 3 more packs, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, the rest of these pulls were uneventful, but I got Dark Arm, so it doesn't matter. We got the best card of the set. I can't believe we beat the note. Cyber Valley's also pretty good. I'll take that. In terms of, like, the holos, we got pretty good ones. We didn't get, like, Armageddon Knight or anything, but honestly, we have so many darks, it doesn't even matter. Okay, we got some building to do. There's no shot we're re-rolling. There's no shot Gage is winning.
And not as crazy as a fan of Dark this season. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything to really change the deck. I'm not upset that was deck performed last week. I honestly think I just got really unlucky. Missing card mills twice for any dark monster at all, given the pair with Chaos Stone that I had in my hand. Kind of ridiculous that I wasn't able to actually make plays. I just had the right arm. I really need to take that. I'm not even change the deck around. Because I was playing less macro, so I decided to have one Dust Tornadoes, my favorite mid type, Ghost Destroyer, just give it a mix, another monster. I'd love to see these macros. It's just another thing that I didn't get the chance to see against Alex last week. I don't think this list is fair. I think this list is well mixed up, pretty much. It's got a lot of things going for it. It's just gotta draw the right cards. That's the one thing that is pretty scary, but this is all pretty well dealt with it too. It actually not that bad. You know, Chaos and that shit.
Getting armbound really fucking sucks.
Sad. Thing to go into. It all should work. Just you gotta see the right grip of card. Fix up the side deck.
Holy fucking shit. Fuck you.
Exceptionally well against a lot of Alex things. Just 1800 is pretty stiff enough to be able to protect me against any sort of like or anything like that. And stacking power. Back in the comments that. This guy's a pretty good star to show your side deck.
Gage is going to shit when he realizes he is going to be on the receiving end of Dark Arm Dragon this season. This feels so fucking good. Oh my god. Now, there is one problem. The problem is that we don't really have many ways to modulate the graveyard for the dark count for Dark Arm. Back in the day, people would use cards like Strike Ninja or Prometheus or something as simple as Transmigration Prophecy, which, guess what? I don't have any of those. So my best bet is going to be something like Pot of Avarice, which if we get to the point where we have too many monsters in the grave, we can modulate it with this, but that's it. So we're gonna have to hopefully find Dad as fast as possible. It also sucks I don't have Witch of the Black Forest, because I can't search this like Gage can, so we don't have many ways to get to it, like with Tomato Sangan, etc. Otherwise, this would be a lot more disgusting. I think I might know what I want to pick up in a future Starlight Wild card or anything like that, but for now, let's do the card by card. The other issue is, I don't want to go too heavy on the dark count either, because if I have too many darks in the grave, this won't be flagged in the mid to late game. So we're just going with a sort of Chaos approach here. I've played Chaos in a bit. I only have Chaos Sword. I don't have ELS like Gage does, but it's a good enough payoff just to be able to be a bomb that we can drop onto the field, and our lights are a little bit better than they were. Gage was playing this like package of Neos Alias that's at 1900, and I figured I'd give this a shot as well to see how it works. So we have Card Trooper, Chaos Orc, Cyberstein as like our main win condition, of course. DD Warrior Lady, the Dark Arm Dragon himself, 2 Decoichi, triple Neos Alias, Jinzo, Magical Scientist, triple Tomato Sangan, double Shining Angel, which can get us into DD Warrior Lady, which is essentially the main purpose here. I'm back on the roll like Chaos Strap and also the Dark Arm Dragon, Snipe Hunter, Spirit Reaper, rounding out our monsters. For the spells, we have Omni, Creature Swap, Darkhold Fisher, Giant Shrimping, Graceful Charity, Blastful, MST, Pot of Avarice, and Premature Burial, Smashing Ground, and the newly acquired Snatch Steel from Snatching, as if our deck would get any more power this episode. And then the traps, I'm going a little bit heavier because I know Gage has stuff like Snatch Steel, Premature Burial, and being able to snipe those with like Dust Tornado or MST, I think is actually quite good. So we have these two, we have Ring, Double Sack, Torrential, and Trap Dust Shoot. The side deck, Asura Priest is in here. I saw Gage had Scapegoat this episode, so I think kind of the way to just clear all the goats immediately is actually not terrible. Plus, it's a decent light. I just don't like that it sets us back on tempo. We can do both some Creature Swap. Granville's on the side as well. As good as he is, I don't really think he has a home in this deck, so I have to leave him for now. I like Vestalos in the side just because Gage does hold these Chaos monsters and these big blowout cards, and so if we can rip them out of his hand with Vestalos, that's a pretty big swing in our favor, so I like just having these in here. Book, Brain Control, a second Pot of Avarice, because this is still semi-limited, Double Twister for the back row, triple Pull in the row. I'm pretty sure Gage played Rise in the last episode, and triple Threat in row. This is still something I haven't played around with as much as I would have liked to, but having a way to just stop ourselves from getting OTK'd by something something like BLS and the like just seems too tempting, and so if Gage got like a Dark Arm Dragon himself, I want to have a little bit of an insurance policy against that. So guys, this is going to be a bloodbath of an episode, maybe the fastest one in Season 2 history. We'll have to see. Let's not make you any longer. It's time to do it. Gage, I cannot believe you're back to this point in time in the Progression series. Do you remember how it felt for you when you opened that Dark Arm Dragon from Season 1? That was the end of the Progression series. It was the age of Gage. And here we are now.
That's what everybody said, and I still came out with that 33% record, man. But no, man, let me tell you, this is just as exciting as I felt like I built a lot of things around it.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that way to fit it with all these GX sets.
Yeah, we're finally at the tail end of GX, and the tail end of GX actually has some good sets, such as Phantom Darkness. Light of Destruction is, I don't think the next episode, but like 1 or 2 in the future after. And so another powerful one of Light's going to be introduced. So we're starting to pick things up a bit. Like 5Ds, 5Ds is right around the corner. I was going to say frames for some reason.
No.
Yeah, that's way off. But Synchros, it's going to be a good time. I'm excited. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. And it was fun to open this set again. I'm just excited to see what you brought.
Considering you didn't call me on my phone to finish recording, I thought it would be safe from a Dark Arm Dragon. We'll see.
That is a season call.
That is fair. That is fair. Let's shout the patron in that case. It's Shamir Nabi. Thank you for the support. And let's see what we can do. Rock, paper, scissors.
Man,
You're losing your touch, buddy. I don't know what's going on over there. I think we've almost decided at this point going second is best. So I'm going to give you the extra card, and best of luck.
Alright, let's see how it goes. Stand by. I will set. See, I'll follow it up with the alias.
The alias, he's back.
He's back.
Okay,
draw fates.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, holy shit, right.
Pissed when you see this. Not a single.
I'm not going to reinclude the stupid thing. For Alchemists and Buccaneers, I don't know why it's off.
Last episode. This is insane.
It's like really annoying.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and type it down before you leave? It's going to get worse for you, because Pot of Greed's going to get 2 cards. I'm going to copy one out of your hand. Oh, this is not looking good for you.
Okay, alright. It's on the team.
Best player, dodge, trap, dust shoot. Let's start by getting a peek at what you got.
And not much left in the hand there.
True Nade Witch. True Nade's like sort of a problem, especially because you know I have back row. And Witch is just annoying because you keep cycling cards. I think Witch is... just keep you off the monsters. And then also you're playing Magic Drain. I'm gonna pop.
Oh, you're good.
Don't you miss when IO was legal? Was that a great time?
This is not looking good.
How do you feel like
Already felt like I lost speed.
probably. We'll fisher off the Neos alias, and let's go part 2.
Yeah, sure.
We'll activate the effect no 3.
Sure. Oh my god! What the fuck? This game sucks, bro! Oh! I didn't get anything near that.
I really didn't want you to see it on the
Oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, I'll make that.
Yes, you will. I'm very sad that I did not get to just drop him to the field, but I will set 2 cards. That will literally be anything that I will pass the turn.
Jesus, bro. Alright.
Who else does infusions?
At least he's in the graveyard.
Yeah, alright. Set 1, 2. Just pass it. Go ahead.
Okay, draw. Main 1. I'm assuming that's Morphing Jar, because I don't know why you would set True Nade otherwise. Let's start by declaring card 2. It's no 3. Sure. Don't need to care about my Dark County. You got to see it. You're just seeing everything.
I'm not happy about this game. Bro, I'm
Normal Snipe Hunter.
Yeah.
Declare Snipe. I'm going to pitch... I know one of your back rows True Nade. I don't. I'll pitch my True Nade. He's hit. Oh, there's some jumps this way. There's some jumps.
Ah, well, this works.
Alright, I'm just gonna go again.
Keep trying this team.
It's the jar.
Okay, sure. So let's try 15, 19. And then...
I haven't given Ibir a fair shot yet.
Yeah, you might as well. I'll just pass. Good luck with it.
Now, 'cause I feel like these last few episodes of the Progression Series season have been found. Like, just watching you take your bills off of the card trooper, I feel like it's coming up my way. Oh my god. Or insane. Dark Arm Dragon, soaking up my Snatch Steel. Oh man, you gotta follow them.
Yep, I do. I will tell you right now, my Phantom Darkness pulls, aside from the dad, was pretty terrible. So the fact that I got that, I was over. The fact that I get to wreck you with it like you need to be in season 1, oh,
今後
just.
ともよろしく頼むぞ
Do you go searcher?
I do not.
You don't have a bunch of
That's
black
correct.
holes, so I
No.
have to give them that. But
Yeah.
still terrifying to see if they attack. I am gonna opt to go second as per usual. See how it treats me.
Okay. I think that sounds good to me. Best of luck, buddy. And
了解
And
you know, now I'm starting to see why this card was banned. Okay, so we got what? Snipe, Alias,
お
Dust,
客さん
Full
いらっしゃいま
Sack.
せ
Alright, none of these are amazing. Probably should have done this order. That's fine. So
夕方まででい
I'm
いの
going to actually, yeah,
どうするの
let's chuck
はあはあさてもう一眠り
I think this would be a difficult decision.
It'll make sense after I resolve the next card. I'm gonna get rid of the sack.
Okay.
This is why I did this out of.
Alright, okay.
I'm going to set 1, 2, 3, and throw it back.
And like, first thing is I can't even like surprise you. You just followed you appropriate. I've already don't expect to win this match today. I don't.
With my fumble with not sequencing properly, still could be a chance. Because
I'm going.
well, I could have picked something different, but that's fine.
I'm going to jar and see. Haven't flipped up on your side of the board. I haven't been on the right side of the board. Never. But I'll set 1, 2. I'll go Alias.
Sure.
I'll Alias.
It is Reaper.
Okay, it's actually great. Response to that. I am gonna get green. So, but we'll see. I'll just pass it.
Okay. End phase, I'm gonna take out both of them. I know you have Snipe. There's one card I don't want in your hand. It's kind of straight. So close that. I lose the game. Okay, that seems pretty fitting. We're YOLOing it. Whatever.
Yep.
Alright, bring out the twin. Put Reaper to attack as well, because I just want to go all in. So, twin in. You're not dead. 28, 3, and 7. You gotta help me like this.
下がれ
Oh, hit this one. Okay.
頑張ろう
And,
消え去れ
holy! What else is in your head? Oh, God.
Man, I don't have much to say. Really unhappy. Dude.
I could imagine why. Could imagine why.
I really felt like I didn't stand a chance there. That's crazy.
下が
I
れ
mean, when I opened hot games in a row,
頑張ろう
did Band of Darkness give you anything good?
Gotta put that's my secret. Like, I didn't
Oh, that was
know
just...
all the prayers, nothing. Really, it was a mistake.
最後だ
It really hit me. I wasted a lot on like I want to say like the previous sets I got. Trying to see if I can like get some nice little, generic. But yeah, I did spend all my chance to. Which I would have really liked. I got absolute jack shit.
I mean, for what it's worth, Phantom Darkness is a bit top heavy, right? I mean, there are some okay stuff, like in the super rare slot, like Armageddon Knight. I pulled a Cyber Valley and a Prime Material Dragon as well. Like, those are both playable. They're not the best, but they're okay.
お
I
遅い
think Cyber Valley is
So-
very impressive that part.
さらばだ
It's quite...
お疲れ
I
様で
almost
した
didn't play it. Yeah, I did play it, or I was considering playing it because of like.
Yeah, the theme isn't that bad.
Possibly like the battle.
I don't like
So,
Ibir
there's
though.
like some stuff. But yeah, I got the dad, I think, like middle of the packs, and I was just like losing my shit and just hoping that you could get behind her. And so here we are, TM Staples doing God's work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Stein, bro. I can't. How many losses? Is this my
This
third?
is your third loss, so we are going to the banning. Now, this is a very hard banning for you. Because, not only did you just ban Feather Duster, but you had to deal with Stein, you know Graceful Chariot is in my deck, you now know I pulled the all-powerful Dark Arm Dragon as well. So, you have a
I think
very...
Ibir can potentially be
What are
replaced.
your initial
My initial
thoughts?
thoughts is Charity's scary. I think what you get off of Charity is probably scary. I'll let you know.
Someone that can do infusions,
I was about to say, I would be shocked if Stein survives
and
another
those would be the
that's for sure.
Protector.
But, there's one other aspect of this that might make it a bit more complicated. Would you like to know what I spun on the wheel this week?
And what do you got this time?
So you're going
Sovereign.
to ban. I will be going to the unban.
Zodiacs technically can do that too.
It's like
And then the Shogun.
That we share in common. I just
Yes.
don't think you have the top end of. Oh my god, what did I
So,
do? I bet Feather Duster.
I'm already using all of the infusioners.
Oh man. Alright, well, I'll see Feather Duster in the next episode, that's for sure.
Yes. Now, one thing I think we're going to have to decide, because I don't think it's something we've ever faced yet in the Progression series. We're going to probably have to decide who goes first, and I think the unbanning should probably go before banning, just because I spun the ticket prior to the episode happening. So I should get to unban a card first, and then you have the right to ban anything plus the card that I just unbanned. I think that's the most fair way to do it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can get rid of that.
Okay, cool. So that's what the fans have to expect
Whatever.
next week. And, buddy, good luck. That is all I need.
I'm really gonna need it. 1 into 5 here. This is gonna be scary.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Moto, Tim00x3, Cameron Smith, MBT Player Dolce, Chaotic Meatball Part 2, Pony Starks, The Single Guy, Jason Van Hoping, I Ship MBT and Simo, Draconic Phoenix, The Immortal, Jordan, Tire Blazer, Jesse Wood, Chris Ho, David Loom, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretts, John Two-Face, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Serious Business, MBT Caught Injecting His Fairy Lily, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Fallon Jackson, Hornet, Aren't You Glad I Didn't Say Alpha Tribute Ben 10, TC Gaming Dick, The Sleeve Stat, Matthew Brady, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Eater of Crayons, Lurabon, Yodabon, Helios 515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, MBT funding the Iris with his Rothschild Wealth, that's his Roth IRA, Simping for Simo, Stolfin Amethyst, Nicholas Carpenter, Simo's Harem of Sex Geek.
According to a study of over 8 jobs, roughly 38.4% of entry-level jobs required 3 to 5 years. With industries such as manufacturing and software services demanding well over 50 years. I want to address the many reasons why the entry-level being plagued with patients. To properly represent the complexity and to do the job, a one straightforward goal. We'll be using the state of being Scooby-Doo sandwich. Getting with everyone needs to start somewhere, just not with us. From the end of World War II and leading up to the 80s, corporations filled roughly 90% of their vacancies through promotions and lateral assignments, causing a substantial emphasis on the entry-level position. The goal was to hire someone with good manners and a determination to work hard, as the company could then provide the potential candidate they could perfect necessary training to allow that to happen, and a fruitful pension plan as a way of rewarding company loyalty. While this representation of the entry-level job is what most candidates strive to find today, unfortunately the events that all evidence all shape what entry-level means today. The 80s and 90s began a relentless pursuit for efficiency, an attempt to improve American jobs were being replaced with increase in globalization as automation and outsourcing prioritized method of delegating these roles. Along with this shift, companies found it was more cost-effective to reduce skill sets rather than train them, as only 24% of current vacancies are now filled with internal candidates, a 66% decrease in just the last 15 years. Only 28% of talent acquisition leaders, meaning that internal candidates are an important source to fill vacancies. As companies really began to prioritize recruiting skill sets instead of training skill sets, it brings us to our first issue that candidates as well as employers are facing. You need skills to get a job that'll teach you skills that requires a piece of paper. You should have been getting skills.
You've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Please start after that.
With the shift to planning for attrition rather than training for retention, companies have really begun to paint themselves into even a nation of raw talent feeling confused on the effective steps to be able to jumpstart. As companies invest 4 times as much into recruiting as they do training, it discourages the true purpose of the entry-level job entirely, as it is more cost-effective to provide as little training as possible, and instead demand the skill set is already provided. However, the entry-level job is also in demand, as 92% of executives think the American workers aren't as skilled as they need to be, with Forbes reporting that 59% of employees have no actual workplace training and are entirely self-taught.
You are now employed by one of the most successful restaurants in Toronto. But it didn't get that way overnight, because the store closes at 6.
And whether the demand for the college degree is going to increase or decrease, it's impossible to predict. But one thing that we can say for certain is that the college degree no longer guarantees the same career stability as it once did. If anything, it actually might be the opposite. According to a 2023 survey by Intelligence, of 800 U.S. managers, directors, and executives who are involved in the hiring process have been asked if they avoid hiring recent college graduates in positions they are eligible for in favor of older candidates. 39% of employers said they do. 60% of employers are willing to implement a variety of tactics to avoid working with a recent college graduate. 59% offer more benefits and higher salaries, but track old. 48% let older employees work remotely or in a hybrid format, and 46% were willing to hire an older employee who is overqualified for the position to avoid working with someone remote. And 58% of the 800 surveyed stated recent college graduates are unprepared for the workforce.
One Krabby Patty for me, and a pipsqueak nut for the boy. Now wait just a darn minute.
Scott Dettman, CEO of Avencio, a U.S.-based career matching service for graduates, stated, employers are unhappy with the level of talent they are getting into the space. So instead of trying to take corrective action, they've increased experience requirements. In the last 5 years, we've seen a 20% increase in the number of skills required for job listings. This is where I believe that we really begin to gain insight on the requirements needed for an entry-level job, as well as the confusion for the push of having a college degree, as well as to be reprimanded for having one. Which gets us to the chocolate sauce on the sandwich, meaning what the heck do employers actually want? Throughout much of the post-World War II period, the hiring practices of large corporations have evolved significantly. Traditionally, human resource professionals conducted a thorough job analysis to identify the specific tasks required and the ideal attributes of a candidate. They were aware of the reasonable demands needed from the hiring manager and performed a job evaluation to determine the job's position within the organizational structure. This corresponded to pay scale relative to roles. Job advertisements were widely posted on job boards and in newspapers. Roughly after a week of extensive interviews, reference checks, and skill tests, the candidate was then offered. However, according to a 2019 article in the Harvard Business Review, about 40% of U.S. companies, according to research by Ferry, have outsourced much, if not all, of the hiring process to recruitment process outsourcers, which in turn often use subcontractors. And I was slightly suspecting this to be the case. However, I had no idea the magnitude at which this is happening. What is becoming increasingly more popular in the job hiring process is the hiring manager to write down a wish list of qualities and requirements potential candidates should have. This then would have historically gone to a seasoned recruiter.
They would help gauge the necessary
今後とも
requirements.
よろしく頼むぞ
However, this is largely now just sent to a hiring
よ
staff
く来た
job. Now, the reality is that in many
見
cases,
事だ
the hiring staff then
登録か
outsources this
見事
very
だ
thing to a third-party process. And depending on the third-party it
見
may
事だ
use AI models to
登録
sort the
か
requirements needed
そ
to
れでは
job posting. The candidate that now applies for that very role
あ
will first have to pass through an application tracking system, or
なんだっ
ATS.
け
Once they have done so, they will then experience their first round of interviews. However, this is typically also done by a third-party interview network, which then is followed by an interview within the HR department, and may then be followed by an actual interview.
はあなんだよ
And if your feathers are not ruffled enough, only 39% of hiring
どうするの
teams received interview training. I believe this